Hey everybody, I got Nicole's new neck. I'm just gonna film me gluing it together because basically getting all of this cut and planed and jointed, it's just pretty tedious to watch all that. So, I mean, there's a lot of, whatchamacallit, video on that, and I just didn't think it was necessary. I did want to show you though. I don't know, hopefully you can see that, but I decided to go with Purple Heart, and then this is Curly Maple, and this is Yellow Heart. Look at how beautiful that is. And the neck is kind of going to be purpley. Oh my gosh, it's going to be beautiful. And I'm also, let me turn this way, I'm going to be putting black veneer in between, if you can see that, in between the Yellow Heart and the Curly Maple. So how awesome is that going to be? So it's been a challenge getting this all planed and straight and all that stuff, but I have what I need, including a splinter. So I'm going to film myself putting this together here, and as far as whatchamacallit, gluing it. And so you can see what that's like, and then tomorrow I'll probably put the rest of it together as far as the headstock and all of that. I'm gonna make sure this is all in the right spot. Make sure this is all down here. But as far as the headstock, and I'll probably have to glue some wings on this side or this area over here. But anyway, this will be the first step, getting this done, and here we go. Be smart about this.
Eight hours later.
So this is one of my little jigs that I'm using to cut a scarf joint on here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that so I can put this headstock on here. I just really want that on the headstock. So I need to cut, it's basically like I like a 13 degree, don't ask me why, you can probably figure it out, 13 degree angle for the headstock. So I created this, and it goes through my my table saw, and I get a perfect cut. This is like perfectly square. And but I have another one I'm going to use for the bandsaw, because this won't go in here. So I'll have to cut that on the bandsaw. So we'll do that right after this. But this is essentially how this works. So I raise the blade to pass by the wood. It's already where it needs to be. That's as high as it goes. So that's perfect. So this is what we do. As you can see, look at that. One side done. Whoop. So yeah, how perfect is that? Beautiful. Perfect. And there it is. It's even straight. Bam! Okay, so this is where I sort of start traveling into the unknown. I have the new neck basically ready to go. Well, not quite. It's got the truss rod. It's got a rough cut of the outline, and we're ready to apply the veneer here. I still need to go down a little bit to make this a little thinner than it usually would be before I apply this veneer, because I don't have a lot of room to work with on that. So I need to go down, I don't know, about halfway before I apply that. But I also have this little, it's gonna be, you know, the little swoop that goes on these necks. Like that. So you can see that. What I'm gonna have to do with the veneer is I'm gonna have to get this pretty thin, and I'm gonna use my planer for that, and I'm gonna pop this on the back of a straight board that's been jointed. I'm gonna pop it on there, and so it's supported well all over, and I'm gonna run it through the planer to get it down pretty thin. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna treat it in the ammonia mixture for maybe, I don't know, 6 hours or so, and then it should bend over that, over this part right here. I'm gonna get this all cut and curved, and then I should be able to bend this one part here when I get it to the right length, and then I'll get it sanded down, and it should be ready to go. So a little bit kind of an unconventional way of doing that, but I think it should work pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing set up to run through my planer, and I'll show you the process. So that worked out pretty good. This is the side that was planed. and that's going to be the top of it. Plenty of room to do a little bit of sanding, because that's really all it needs. But look at how thin that is. Ha ha! And it's already, I'm not going to bend too much, but it's definitely bendy. So I need to bend this part of it right here to go up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this soaking in ammonia. I don't know, maybe like 6 hours or so. Not really sure. But just until I can get it to it just needs to bend a little bit on this side here. So this is extra. But I'm going to go ahead and keep that on because it might make it easier for me to bend it and clamp down and everything. So if I need to cut it out, I will. But I want to get this on before I do the final routing for the exterior routing of it. So it's just, as you can see, probably the rough pencil line on there. But I don't want to cut it yet because I want to get this secured down to the neck right now. But anyway, I'm going to get this soaking, and then I am going to remove and shape, I don't know, about 10 millimeters or so on the top, maybe less, maybe 5 to 10 millimeters on top. So this will give it plenty of room to put there. So and it should be, this will make up the final thickness with just a tiny, like a couple millimeters on either side for sanding. And that's it. So that's what we're gonna do now. Well, I don't know if you can see this, but you can see that that's bent right there, which is exactly what I wanted. So I'm pretty happy about that. The rest of it is where it needs to be. So it's bent on this side too. If you can see that. So, yep, see that? A little bit of fixes I need to do. But I'm pretty happy with that. This is where the nut's gonna be. It's gonna go right to the end of the nut right there. So that's where it needs to be. A little flap came off right here, but I'm gonna still call this a win. I'll clean that up, but I'm gonna get the rest of this pressed down, and we're gonna have a cool veneer on top of this headstock. Fortunately, I had the shape of a caul that I needed for this. I'm gonna go ahead and clamp this down just to make sure that it's nice and tight, but I'm gonna call that a win. I'm pretty stoked about that. The ammonia trick works.